Welcome back to Creeper World 4. We're going to dip back into span experiments for one of the, probably the most difficult map, if you do all of the objectives like we're going to, in this sector, Holdem 2. And this one is semi-infamous because of the fact that it's quite difficult to nullify all of the enemies in it. Because time is always going to be against you in this one. And the best times that I know for sure are legit are between 5 and 6 minutes. Maybe you can get a little bit lower than that. Probably going to aim for about 7 here. It's fast, but it's going to be very pause heavy in getting through it because there's a lot of micromanaging to go around in this. And if you waste time, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So let's get to it. So 8 urns, that's quite a lot. We're definitely going to want to utilize those. The enemies we have to nullify are in the corners. So there's blob nest emitter there, spore launcher emitter there, another blob nest emitter, another spore launcher emitter. And then we have some resource terrain to use. We need to hold on to these 4 bases. That's our hold objective. Reclaim, obviously, and activating the totems. Like, if you just want to get a victory on the map, well, there's a totem here and a totem here. And Liftic. So you just have to play well enough, probably no more than moderately difficult, to hold off the creeper long enough to get those. But going for all the objectives, definitely more of a challenge. We have Read On, we have Liftic, and there's a couple of AC breeder options that we can have to help us out. So here's how we're going to start out. We have a little over half, probably about half of the map covered. And with our initial setup of urns, I'm putting 1 for energy in the urn portal. And I've got 3 more going into cannons such as right here in key places. Here, here, and here that we're going to get swamped the earliest. Just to hold that off. I've got a few more going into miners. And then of course we have various other things that we're going to turn on as time permits. But the first up is I just want to do the thing of gradually building out towers, really focusing our energy on getting the fastest energy buildup that we can. So we'll add now, after the first 2, 1 at a time. And then we'll maybe stretch out this way. I want to sort of balance between boosting my energy and also stretching out towards some of these areas that we're going to need to protect early. So perhaps we'll come out this way now. And then out here. Let's put another one out in this direction. And let's see, perhaps this would be a good one to take on. Okay, so we're over 2 energy coming in. I'm now going to turn on this first earned miner, get that rolling. And let's see, we'll take you next in a bit. And just went negative there a hair. So I do want to be careful. Let's come out here. And then we'll take you. And out this way. Let's see, I think we are going to be able to... Let's just go ahead and take that one. Okay, now we have our first miner up. So let's turn on these next couple of earned miners. And then instead of continuing to micro at this point, I could improve somewhat more. I'm going to turn on all of the towers. So I want to get all the towers and then get the energy into these earned miners. And of course, that will dump us into deficit for a bit as we get the rest of the towers rolling. Okay. Now we're positive, and now I want to get these cannons on before we get overrun. So let's go ahead and do that. Just these 3. Okay, now energy is back to positive, and now I want to gradually turn on, not the terp, some of these miners. And I don't want to go too crazy with this. I can't afford to turn them all on at once, because if I do that, our cannons will not get the energy they need in time. And I also do want the urn portal on. Yep, and that's too much. I went too far with this. Okay. Let's back off on a couple of these. Okay. Maybe add one more. Now we're getting up further. Oh, one of our snipers was up too far over there. Okay. So we'll simply place another one back here. We definitely are going to want the snipers later. And we are getting the cannons, built now, just before the creeper hits them. Pretty happy with that. And I want to get them a little bit of energy before I really go all in here. But I do want... Let's just grab this section. Let's see how that works. I think we're pretty decent. Okay, now they at least have a bit of ammo. So now I want to get all of my other miners on. We're going to be down energy for a bit, but we will pull out of it. It's not a horrible deficit. You can see we're out of energy here now on the cannons. They can't really do anything, but now they're getting it back. Okay. Factory up. Terps up, because they're going to get us more area. I've got a couple of small little terp bits ordered so we can get a couple more miners in place. And then I'm going to want these sprayers on as well. Let's see if we can survive all of that. Yep, looking good. Refineries, you go up. Still looking good. Snipers. And still positive. Okay, so let's grab these two over here now. Let's get them built before they get swamped. And then also, let's grab our missile launchers. Just have a few of them dotted around. Okay, we're still looking positive. Now I want to start building out. I'm going to start with one in each area, and then we'll gradually build up more. But I want to add some more firepower. Let's put a couple over here. From the mortars. And I think we're ready now for miners. Oh, nope, not quite yet. We don't have those up yet. Jumping the gun just a bit. Probably have enough energy, though. I'm going to go around with an additional mortar everywhere. I know when those snipers come up, they're going to suck up a lot of energy for their ammo, so I might just want to hold off here. Okay. This is looking pretty good over here. These mortars won't be up for too long. I think I can now take out these urns from the cannons. Throw them in here. The usual suspects. I've experimented with different options here, but I really think I need the mine production. I'm going to want the read-on. So it is what it is. And now we have flattened this out. So we're going to put in another miner here. And with a couple of bits that we cleared over here, we can get... I mean, they're partial miners, but they'll still give us some energy. I want one of these on blueite, because I want to start getting some breeder going on both of those areas. Okay. Looking good energy-wise. Let's go around everywhere, throw out another... I want a second cannon in each of these areas. And we're going to want 2 over here. Still good. More mortars. I'm now going to get a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to put 2 more mortars in each area. And that'll help us. And, of course, time really matters on this because of the Creeper plus mechanic. I have talked about that a little bit before, but if you haven't seen it, basically, you know, this is going to cycle up when this hits how much Creeper comes out of these. So the longer you take to get close to these to nullify them, the harder it's going to get. And of course at 10, if this reaches 10 out of 12, nullifiers won't work at all. And we won't be able to get that objective, period. So I would prefer to avoid that scenario. Okay, still looking good on energy. Let's start filling out. I'm going to want 1 shield in each direction. For purposes later. I'm going to want 1 additional... This terp can go over this way somewhere. And I'm going to want 1 over this way. And I'm also going to want 1 over this way. Okay. Let's throw up even 1 more mortar in all these paths. I think that's going to get us close. There's only so many that are useful because of the tight terrain on this map. So I think that I'm going to be pretty happy with that. And then what I'm probably going to want to do now is, well, let's get some pylons. Given how spread out everything is, I don't think micro rifts are of a huge benefit on this map. But pylons should help. And we'll just... Probably don't want to go up there. I don't think I have any out this way yet. There we go. Something like that for the moment. Maybe 1 down here as an alternate path. And then I'm also going to yank these urns out of these miners, because I think we have enough energy now that they've essentially served their purpose. This might make us a little short for a bit, so you know what, I'll keep 1 of them in there. But then we can... And I think my toughest areas, I'm not sure where they're going to be, but I'll throw 1 mortar urn there. And 1 over here. Let's just see how that works. Yeah, we're definitely low. So we're definitely just going to wait for that to sort itself out. And let's now... And I want to begin advancing. Let's pull you out here. You out this way. Going to want to bring some of you... I don't want to pull all of you at once. You should be able to come over here. And I don't think I have... Yeah, I'm not really happy with that. I'm going to throw one more mortar up in this direction. And from here on out, we're just going to run a few seconds at a time and then readjust. And who'd we lose? Well, we lost that tower over here that didn't last. Okay, that's no big deal. But just to make sure we're being time efficient, we're essentially going to alternate between pausing and then clearing out some more stuff and then pausing some more, etc. Now, I do also want to move all of you. See, I'm going to slide you all the way back here. And you back here. I want to do a collection field, but if I do that too close to the breeder, then what'll happen is it simply won't get me anywhere. And I've produced enough AC for now. Like, it'll suck out all the AC off of the breeder even, and then it won't breed anymore. And obviously that's not going to accomplish a whole lot of anything. So we'll go ahead and do that. And just in case I want them, I'm going to throw a sprayer in each of my 4 directions here. There isn't much room over here. I'll just throw it there for the time being. And then one over here. I mean, technically there's 5, but these 2 are going to merge. So, really there's 4 directions of attack, 4 groups of enemies that we need to deal with. Let's... You know what? I actually think I want to keep those snipers in place and just build a little bit more. So I'll throw another one up over here. And we're not seeing any eggs yet, but we're going to see them soon. Okay. So, just like that, we now have our totems activated, but we have other issues to deal with. Let's move you forward. And you down here as well. And let's see, where do I want you? Perhaps over here. I'm not really ready to move you too far forward yet. Okay, now over here. Yep. I just need to let everything play out a little more. They're still moving. You come up this way. Let's get that tower up here, and then perhaps one over there. Okay. Let's do some leapfrogging out this way. This is one of the reasons I have 2 cannons in each direction, so one can sort of hold down the front while others move forward. Probably wouldn't hurt me to put up a sniper, although we don't really have a good spot for it yet. We'll get to that later. This is clearing out a bit. See if we can sustain any of that. I mean, putting another cannon up here, that might not be the worst idea ever. And so this won't last a hugely long amount of time, but basically we're just creeping forward. Pushing back the creeper so that we can creep forward a little more. Think we might be able to survive there once that gets in place. Okay, let's try this. And we're not actually collecting any ore from these yet, but we will. We just have to wait for them to breed up more and for that AC to spread. So I probably just want to hold you back now. That'll be a good sniper spot. Let's climb you up there. And this is looking good, so let's go ahead and throw up another tower. Jump a mortar in there with you. I don't want you to get too far behind. Or really the shield, now that I think about it. I'm wondering, can you come up here as well? Yeah, let's do that. I don't think I want to move the sniper yet. Maybe I do. No, let's leave you there. And pull you up. Okay, so we're making some pretty good progress now over in this direction. Gonna add another sniper. Let's bring you up. And our shield. Now, down here, not doing spectacularly, but we're doing all right. I think that'll suffice for now. I think I need another tower up here, and then let's bring you up. And this over here, of course, is a very narrow area. We're kind of stuck in place here. But I do think getting this other cannon up there is going to be useful. Otherwise, I just probably want to hold off here. I don't want the snipers to get too far behind. Let's throw up a couple more back here for now, but at the moment I probably just want to wait. And actually this, maybe I don't even want to bring the snipers up at all. Maybe I just want to build them over there. That's probably a good idea. Because then they will be able to hit whatever comes out of that. How's our upgrades going? Almost there in energy. These others are taking a little bit more time, as we might expect. Okay. That should work. I think I really like that ledge for you. And I do want another sniper over here. I think that's going to be an important coverage area. Hopping forward we go. Perhaps another tower? See if we can hold that one in there. Now, this is good progress, which I like. Let's keep coming forward in that area. And you are almost enough to the area that I want you to terraform. And I'm definitely going to want you forward soon. Yeah. Let's go there for now. So you can see, like, we're moving from all these corners to corners. If you were going to try to do this fast enough, just in real time without pausing, I don't even know if that's something that'll be possible, but it would definitely require far greater multitasking skills than I possess. And this is actually not connected, so let's fix that up. Oops. Throw a few of our more backwards mortars up here to push all of this back. And I think we're pretty happy with that. Okay. So we've pretty much gained control now of all of this. And I'm actually having a little trouble seeing what I'm doing here. But I do have this tower here. Okay. Let's... Yeah, we're not going to get a connection there unless we build in a couple more towers here. Let's slide you. That's probably... That might be a little bit risky. We have enough mortars over here, though. I think it might work. I don't really have a good place to move you forward, so I'll just hold you. You know what? Let's just move the shield then down here. Let's do something like that. And our AC is starting to come out. I believe we're going to begin to get some collection going on now. Not so much over here. This has got to flow out a little bit more. And here we just need to kind of hold position, I think, and push him back a little bit. I will... Not up there quite yet. Let's just put you up that way. Keep the shield moving up. Let's have another connection, I think, down here. And then perhaps let's move along some of these pylons. Particularly if we select the pylons, it becomes easier. See if we can hold that. This is probably... I want to probably just jump you up here and clear out some of this before we push in any more aggressively. Blobs coming after us, but we took care of them. Okay. Now this is definitely calling out for a pylon. There we go. Now that's all going to be nice. Now that everybody's converging up here, I think we're doing very well in this area. Back this way. Let's get... Not sure exactly where I want it, but I think I want to put the tower there. And how close do I have to be for a nullifier? Yeah, that's... We're probably not quite there yet, but we're close. I think I want to leave everything in place. Let the shield push this back a little more. Let the mortars keep firing. And actually, I may even want to move one of you back and get another mortar up here in range. I think I do. And then we should be able to nullify that. We're close to... Of course, getting this nullified, it's not just about the spores, it's about the eggs. So that's going to be a nice helper for us. Let's pop one of you up here now. And yeah, just got to get these out of the way. One of you beside. I don't think I want to push that any further. You're kind of hanging out here behind. Why don't we get you into the action? Like most of how the rest of this is looking at the moment, though. Okay. Let's definitely continue the leapfrogging. Ready for another tower up here. Let's see if we can... Yeah, the pylons are just a little too far apart here. There we go. Maybe bring you up there. This is pretty tall, so I don't want to push it too hard, and I may even lose some of those structures in a moment. Have we pushed this back further enough? I don't think we have. We just need to push it a little bit more. And I'm not sure what the best way is to do that. So I'm just going to hold where we are for now. Looking good here. Let's just come forward a little bit more. So, cannons, you come up all the way across. And there's not a lot that I'm concerned about here at the moment, although snipers are one of them. We have plenty of space. Just going to do something like this. Make sure that we have our coverage. But yeah, this egg is going to get totally squashed before it gets over here. Let's go ahead and throw these snipers up now that we have room. I think we just need to sort of hang out in this general area and pound this area a little more before we can advance. Same thing here. We can make some small moves up. But mostly we just need to eliminate a bunch of creeper. We still have about 40 seconds until we hit that first boost of the emitters, and things will get more interesting at that point. Okay, now we're pushing this back. Have we pushed it back enough? borderline. We place that, and I'll be ready to replace it if I need to. But I think we're about ready to start nullifying you. This is, we're pushing this back into this area. We're separating it out. Going to... I don't even think I want another tower up there yet. No, I just want to pull more of these mortars up into range. Just need to push this back further towards that blob nest. So we're sort of piling up and concentrating the creeper at this point. And then just slowing down our push a bit. And I think we're in need of dropping one of you down here. Otherwise, this is going to start to feel bad. Matter of fact, why don't you just come back up this way? Looks like this is going to work. Just leveling out this area to give us a bit more room. Okay. Yep, another egg. And so I think we kind of mostly want to just hang out in place here. I'll see if I can sustain that. But until we nullify this, those eggs obviously are just going to keep on coming at us. Perhaps close enough here to think about nullifying our good friend the blob nest. Not quite yet. Getting close, but not quite there. And it'd be nice if this little bit of creeper here would go away so I can move the shield. But we are getting closer over here as well. Might not hurt if I had a couple more mortars in this area. Let's just give that a shot. It'll take some time to come up, of course. And let's just throw you in here. See if you can cut off this area and eliminate all of that. Maybe slide you up a little bit more. Looking better here. Actually, you should probably be more over this way. Very nice. Let's have one of you up here just to make sure that stays clear. Then we can begin sliding out here. Don't need you yet, but we might later. And we're starting to collect now some decent amounts. Not too much in there now, but of the AC. So that's working out well. Whole lot more of the same over here, I believe. Creeping up there wouldn't hurt, though. Do we want to try? Yeah, might as well. Throw you up there. Just help out with that some. Okay, now we want to nullify on this side. And again, we're flattening out these areas. This is an area where we really need all the space to get at everything. So I actually want to put this as far away from the blob as I can get it, to leave more room for other things to happen. I'm not going to put any pylons up here because I don't think I can really afford the space for them. Let's definitely be bringing everybody forward. yeah, taking down this blob, taking down that spore launcher will really help. And now this is, again, much better over here. We can move forward our shield. Let's try that, see how many of those actually stay up. You can come up. We're not too far away from that spore launcher. This blob a little bit more out of our range for the moment. Okay, all of this is clearing up very nicely. Let's stick you right up there on the edge. Bring forward a couple of these mortars in support. All of that looks good. Here's our lovely spike of AC collection that we're now getting. You've basically served your purpose. You can just hang out there. This is coming up. I think I'm going to try moving you up here, but I don't want to push too hard until we knock out this spore launcher. And still working on the terraforming over here, so we're kind of in a similar boat. I might as well, I don't know if you're going to get over here in time to help, but I might as well move you out this way and see if you can speed up that process. And I think we can afford to push our mortars now, some of them, out here a little bit more. Okay. We really ought to be able to take down this now. Yeah, we just need to hold that position. You're going to hop forward to help. Mortars, extra ones, now in place. Let's push them up. Start eliminating more of this creeper, but also make that disappear. This we don't even need to concern ourselves with anymore. And my chirp up here is behind the game, slowing down the action. So let's pull it out this direction. See if maybe we can get you in place down here, though. Something like that. Very nice. Yeah, let's get rid of that little lump too. I don't like that being in my way. Just give ourselves a little more freedom. And forward with the mortars. Okay, you are where, Mr. Nullifier? You should be close. Yeah, you literally are about to nullify this. So we should be able to just hop up here. And of course, if we look at this, we are well into our second upgrade. So these are double the strength that they were. Or our first upgrade, second level of strength. And obviously I don't want to go much higher before we knock them out. So you are about half built there on that nullifier. I really think I want to push my cannons forward at this stage. And then just backfill with mortars. Continue to try to hammer this down while we work on that blob nest. All of this is pretty much where I want it. Okay, another egg, but this is going up. And we aren't too far from getting this up. Let's see. If I put one there. I think I can hold that. I'm definitely going to try. Because if I can just keep everything in position here, hold this off enough, knock that out, I'm going to feel very happy about that area, and then I don't have to worry about that side anymore. We can just focus in on other matters. Let's chop you into place. I think I want to use you for a bit up here as well. And once we get this cleared out a little more, go after that blob nest. We are now nullifying this. Excellent. Looks like I missed another connection over here with this tower. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, it's just a little bit too far away, perhaps. Let's make sure that... No, it just isn't built yet. We're good. I have that one there in the middle. So I didn't actually miss a connection. Let's definitely bring this shield up here, though. I think this is an area where, with very small access, I'm definitely going to want that shield to push the creeper back. And yeah, that'd be a good place for you, too. That should really bolster our efforts in that direction. You are most of the way built now. Continue bringing these forward. Continue working on clearing this out so we can get at it. Okay. We are getting that second one over here in terms of the terps. We just hit our reclaim at about 5.5 minutes. And it's time to start thinking about where, and I think right over here is a good place for the nullifier. Can I really not put it there yet? Maybe I need to move you or something? Yeah. There we go. Now where do you need to go? Right there, almost right on top of it. Okay. Let's see how all of this holds after a bit. It might be a little tenuous. This is all good. I think I don't even have to worry about that anymore. And this just needs some more time. Okay. Let's throw you up here. It's definitely time for our shield to make its presence felt. And then let's move you down and see if we can use that spot for a nullifier. We in fact can. So that will be our blob nest. But we do definitely need to push further forward before we can entertain any thoughts of this emitter. So this is definitely taking a little bit longer than some of the other areas. This is going well, though. Like what I'm seeing from our battle in this zone. Let's definitely get another tower up here. Yeah. I really like that placement, and we just need to hold everything off. I think we're in good position to do that. Let's see about maybe getting a closer pylon. I don't think I'm going to get much further in than this. Is that not connected? Looks to me like it was. Okay. We'll be there. This is looking good. I like where we are here. We appear to have connections everywhere. Maybe slide you up a bit. Throw in a couple more mortars back here to really help the punishment, but... So I think that area, this area are under control. We're just waiting on the nullifiers. We're pushing out more in here and in here. And actually here, we're probably just waiting on nullifier as well. Let's just see how this plays out. Well, that didn't help. But I don't think it's really going to matter. Let's go ahead and just to be certain, we're going to place another cannon, another nullifier or mortar over here, just to have plenty of force. But I think we're good. And down here, we're beginning to build this nullifier. I should pay some attention to my piloning over here. Something like that should work out for us. Okay, let's move you a bit. There we go. And I think we just gotta wait to push this back. I'm just going to focus in over here. And of course, the shield going to help quite a bit. Let's put you there. That should be close enough for the shield to do the work it needs. Let's try it. Okay. Oops. Nice. That was ugly. But we're actually going to get away with it. Because we have enough over here. If it hit the shield, then maybe we would have been in more trouble. And we don't have any cannons. So I do want to be careful. Let's make sure we're pulling forward everything that we have. I will throw up a couple cannons just in case something goes wrong here. I didn't account for that final burst from the... Oh, we do have one cannon here. Okay. Missed it. So that nullifier should be up in plenty of time before this erupts again. And then... let's see if we can hold this. Let's double check everything else. How are we doing in the other sectors? Okay. This emitter nullifier is almost ready to fire. And that will secure everything over here. This blob is nullified. And you're just beginning to get ammo, but everything's under control. We're happy about that. Over here, you're almost built. So I have no indication that any of those will be a problem at all. This is where all the action is. This is close. Like, the shield is just barely holding up, and now it's not anymore. Okay. Come on, pound it down. There we go. Now I think it's going to have a hard time coming back from that. This nullifier is up. Just waiting on this one. And just to be super safe, let's slide a couple of these in, but I don't think it's going to matter. This is the only enemy left to nullify. You can see our list up here. Everything is working out as we would wish it to. This emitter is fighting us. It's about to grow in strength. But it doesn't have enough to stop us now. Up and up and up we go. And there it is. Just over 7 minutes. I will take it. Now, and to actually get all of the objectives, of course, we need the hold objective here. But that's a simple matter. We're just going to accelerate time and wait for the clock to run out as we observe our handiwork. So, Holdem 2. It is, of course, basically all about the time you want to attack quickly in all directions so that none of these emitters can get too crazy. You know, nullifying the spore launchers really helps because that gives you, stops the eggs from producing more creeper. And keeping your sniper coverage. We didn't quite do that perfectly, but we did it well enough against the blobs. So we've just got a couple more minutes of accelerated time here left to hold out. We can claim complete and total victory. So, as always, let me know what you thought of this map. Would you like to see more of this sort of type where you've really got to deal with multiple enemies and the hold objective? I will be back with more Creeper World 4 next week. Till then, thanks for watching, everybody.